Hi, I'm Suzanne. I work at Hickson Community Center, and welcome to our fourth video on chess. Today I'm going to show you a completely homemade board that I made, and this is one we're going to work on throughout the summer. We're looking forward to seeing what type of boards you come up with. So this one, the case is just the core of a paper towel roll, and on the bottom I have a lid from Milk container, and it's taped together with some duct tape and then fancied up with some pretty duct tape. And on the top here I have a lid from a Gatorade bottle. It was a little small, so I have a rubber band and then some more tape, and it makes a nice cover. It holds all the pieces and the board in there. All right, so this board is made out of paper, and all the pieces are paper. All the pieces are made out of paper. Okay, here's my board. I'm just gonna roll it the other way a little bit so it lies flat. And it is also, I happen to have it in a sheet protector, but you certainly don't need that. So make sure our board is set up. We got white on the right for both players. And let's see what we got. So here we got our rooks. These are made out of a square piece of paper, and I'll be showing those how to do that in an upcoming video. It's just a origami box. And then for the other player, we've got a whole variety of colors to use. All right, next we have our knights, and knights are typically horses, but I don't know how to fold an origami horse. So I did a origami frog because the knight is the only piece that can jump. And if you look, I made little eyes on here, and the knight jumps in a pattern that goes 2 directions in one spot and then 1 in the other direction, so it makes an L. So that's how I drew the eyes, help us remind us how the knight moves. So we've got 2 white knights, or frogs. Right, next we have the bishops, and these are made out of a piece of paper. It makes a pyramid. This one is made from some junk mail. Look through your junk mail when your parents are done, and there's a lot of times there's really nice patterns in it. All right, the bishops will move diagonally. So you always have 1 on a dark square and 1 on a light square for the whole game. All right, now we have our queen. The queen is made with a bishop piece glued on top of a rook piece, because that's how the bishop moves. The bishop moves forward and back like a rook, and then also diagonally like a bishop. And then I'm also putting a little hair piece on top of her, make her extra pretty. Also, the bishop always goes, the queen starts on her own color. So this is the dark queen, and she's gonna start on a dark square, and we've got the white queen, she starts on a white square. So the queens start facing each other. All right, the king is shaped just like the queen, except I put a little cross on top, which is typical on chessboard for a king. And the king also moves like the queen, except he's a lot weaker and slower. He can only go 1 square in any direction. So he moves the same, but he's limited. He can go 1 square around himself. And in a typical chessboard, the king is taller than the queen, but in mine, it's not. All right, now we got the pawn. So for white, I just have the edge of the board. I cut it and I rolled up the pieces to make our pawns. You could do the same thing for black, but I had Tootsie Roll wrappers. Oh, and looks like I might be missing 1 pawn for white. The nice thing about these pieces is that if you lose one, it's really not a problem. You just take a couple minutes. Oh, here it is. And you get a piece of paper and you make another one. And here you have your whole complete set. So please come join us at 1 o'clock weekdays. We have our Google Meet. The link is in the description to this video. You might have to click show more for that to show up. And you can learn how to make all these pieces. You can also show us some things that you do. If you want to play chess outside, you can bring some sidewalk chalk, make a board outside, and I think you'll find things you can use for chess pieces. Pebbles, leaves, maybe some seeds from some trees, and I bet you'll be able to find things to make a whole board. Check for poison ivy though. I know there's some. If you live near some trees, you probably have some poison ivy, so please learn what that is. And I look forward to seeing you. Bye.